the ever-changing canvas of memory, how we rewrite our past and shape our future. Memories are like paintings on a canvas, each one vivid and personal, yet never quite fixed. You might think of a memory as a snapshot of a moment, your first bike ride, a family dinner, or a heartbreak, but science tells us it's more like a living artwork, reshaped every time you revisit it. This dynamic nature of memory isn't just a quirk of the brain. It's a powerful opportunity to reframe our past, reassign meaning to our experiences, and boost our mental wellness. Let's explore how memories evolve, why we often recall the last version of a memory rather than the original, and how this fluidity can help us paint a brighter reality. Memories, not set in stone, but soft like clay. Imagine your brain as a sculptor, molding clay every time you recall a memory. Each time you pull a memory out of storage, it's not a perfect replica of the original experience. Instead, it's shaped by your current mood, environment, and perspective. Neuroscience backs this up. Research shows that memory is reconstructive, not reproductive. A 2014 study by Dr. Donna Bridge at Northwestern University found that each time we recall an event, our brain updates the memory with new details, often blending in elements from the present. This means the memory of your 10th birthday party might include how you felt the last time you thought about it rather than exactly what happened. This process, called memory reconsolidation, happens because memories aren't stored like files in a computer. Instead, they're networks of neurons that light up together. When you revisit a memory, those connections can shift, incorporating new emotions or insights. For example, if you once remembered a failed job interview with shame, but later recall it while feeling confident, your brain might soften the sting, adding a layer of, "I learned from that." Over time, the memory you hold is less about the original event and more about the last time you thought about it. This process, called memory reconsolidation, happens because memories aren't stored like files in a computer. Instead, they're networks of neurons that light up together. When you revisit a memory, those connections can shift, incorporating new emotions or insights. For example, if you once remembered a failed job interview with shame, but later recall it while feeling confident, your brain might soften the sting, adding a layer of, "I learned from that." Over time, the memory you hold is less about the original event and more about the last time you thought about it, the power of a shifting past. This fluidity of memory might sound unsettling, like your past is slipping through your fingers. But it's actually a gift. It means you're not stuck with the first draft of your story. You can rewrite the meaning of your experiences, turning wounds into wisdom or regrets into stepping stones. This isn't about denying facts. It's about choosing the emotional lens through which you view them. For instance, consider a painful memory like a childhood argument with a friend. The raw details, harsh words, tears, might still be there, but how you interpret them can change. Maybe you once saw it as proof you were unlikable. By revisiting it with self-compassion, you might reframe it as a moment that taught you about communication or resilience. A 2017 study in Nature Communications by Dr. Roberto Malinow showed that emotional memories can be altered during reconsolidation, with the amygdala, the brain's emotional hub, updating how we feel about past events. This suggests we can intentionally reshape the emotional weight of memories through reflection or therapy. Reframing your history boosts mental wellness. Reframing memories doesn't just change how you see your past, it can transform your mental health and reality. When you assign new meanings to old experiences, you're essentially rewiring your brain's emotional responses. This can reduce the grip of trauma, ease anxiety, and foster a sense of control over your life's narrative. It's like turning a stormy sea into a calm harbor. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, leans heavily on this principle. By challenging negative thought patterns and reinterpreting past events, CBT helps people reduce symptoms of depression and PTSD. A 2021 meta-analysis in the Journal of Neuroscience confirmed that therapies targeting memory reconsolidation can weaken the intensity of traumatic memories, improving overall well-being. This shows that by consciously revisiting and reframing memories, you can lessen their emotional burden and create a more empowering inner world. Let's say you've always felt haunted by a memory of being teased at school. Through journaling, therapy, or even mindful reflection, you might start to see that moment not as proof of your inadequacy, but as evidence of your strength in facing adversity. This shift doesn't erase the memory, but it changes its emotional color, making it less likely to drag you down. Over time, these small changes ripple outward, influencing how you see yourself and interact with the world. Embracing the opportunity. So, how can you start reshaping your memories? It's not about rewriting history to pretend bad things never happened. It's about finding new perspectives. Here are a few ways to begin. Reflect with kindness. When a memory surfaces, pause and ask, what can this teach me now? Approach it like a wise friend, not a critic. Journal your story. Write about past events from a new angle. For example, describe a painful moment as if you were a character in a novel who grows stronger because of it. Seek support. Therapies like CBT or EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, can guide you through memory reframing safely. Practice gratitude. Focus on positive elements in a memory, even if they're small. Did a tough moment lead to an unexpected gift, like a new friendship or a lesson learned? This process takes time and courage, but it's a chance to be the author of your own life story. By reshaping your memories, you're not just changing the past, you're crafting a reality where you're more at peace, more resilient, and more empowered to face the future. A canvas, always in progress. Memories aren't like paintings hung in a museum, untouchable and final. They're works in progress, shaped by every glance, every brushstroke of thought. Neuroscience shows us that we recall the last version of a memory more than the original, and this opens a door to reframe our past. By assigning new emotions and meanings to old experiences, we can ease pain, boost mental wellness, and create a reality that reflects who we are becoming. So, pick up your brush. Your canvas is waiting for its next masterpiece.